Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, the Movie Apprentice, and today I am finally taking a look at Deep Sea, directed by Xiaopeng Tian. This is a film that is technically a London Film Festival review, though weirdly enough I didn't see this at the festival, it was one of the pre-screenings. I ended up getting an email offering this as a screener, and with this year being a banger year for animation, I thought, okay, 3D animated film. Let's see what this film is going to be like. And this is a film I've wanted to talk about for some time because if you remember a few years ago, we had that infamously poorly received Earwig and the Witch from Studio Ghibli. That was their first foray into 3D animation when it came to their movies. Well, I'm here to tell you all that Deep Sea, this Chinese movie, is what Studio Ghibli's first 3D animated film should have been, because the comparisons are there to be had and the Miyazaki influences are there to be had. And this might be one of the most beautiful animated movies ever made, and a lot of people are sleeping on it. It's only got a limited release in America. It came out last week. I have seen no coverage for this movie in any way, shape, or form. And as far as I'm aware, outside of the festival circuit, it's only got a release in France. And I'm imploring distributors, if you happen to stumble across this video, pick this movie up. So, what is Deep Sea about? It follows a 10-year-old girl who is celebrating her birthday on a cruise with a father, stepmother, and step sibling. But the only confirmation we have of her birthday, the only acknowledgement she receives of it being her birthday, is a text message from her phone company. Her mum is out of the picture, and when she tries to communicate with her, she gets told to go away. I am busy. She is having a rough go of it, and it's capulated when she is thrown overboard in a storm and ends up in a magical underwater world. Before I do my full review and analysis, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, click that like button and subscribe for more video reviews coming like this all the time, and follow me on the socials as well. Without further ado, it's about time I looked into this one. So this is a 3D animated film, and this is one of the most gorgeous animated films I think has ever been made. I have even gone out of my way to try and find out, was there any AI usage in this, because I know there's a whole big deal about AI these days, and the animation in this is just so damn good. The blending of the 3D with the art style that's very inspired by Chinese water paintings blends so well together. Seriously, look at the images on the screen right now. This is one of the most visually stunning movies I have ever seen. And I saw this on a tiny screen. I can only imagine what it was like on the big screen. The almost photorealistic animation of our characters. It does come across as a bit uncanny valley at times, but after the first 10 minutes or so, similar to like watching Into the Spider-Verse for the first time, you adapt quickly to the art style and fully engross yourself into it. And I really enjoy the story and the world that is presented, especially when she ends up in the deep sea and in this underwater ship and seeing all these underwater creatures interacting with a almost mentor figure for her. There is so much going on in these scenes. The animated effort cannot be understated. There is just so much going on screen. Nothing in the background feels like it's been half effort, half arsed. It very much feels like every frame in this movie has been meticulously painted on and digitally animated to look as beautiful as possible. But obviously, you can't just have a beautiful movie, you need substance behind it. And this is where I say the Ghibli influences come in, because I am not ashamed to say that this film wrecked me. When the themes of this movie came about, especially in the final act, oh god, I was in bits with this. I'm not going to say what it is, but there is a great engrossing theme in this. And once things start to get peeled back and you see the full layout of what is truly happening at that present moment in time, It hits like a sledgehammer. The themes of abandonment and depression and trying to find them small things to be happy about. It is so good. This film tells both a beautiful story visually and a beautiful story thematically. I cannot believe no one's talked about this movie, whilst a lot of people I've seen on the IMDb reviews have dismissed it as being pretty, but not liking some characters, and that I can kind of see. I will say that our main adult figure that goes along for the ride with the main girl in this, he is a character that is very difficult to read, and he delivers some of the most emotional beats, but they do kind of come out of left field a little bit. His motivations never seem truly clear. Like I said, there are a lot of Miyazaki-isms that can be found within this movie, and that's why I'm saying this is exactly what the 3D animated Ghibli movie should have been able to accomplish, because it has been shown in this movie that it is possible to tell this beautiful story in this other world that stretches the boundaries of animation in these beautiful traditional watercolor paintings. I am not an expert in Chinese history or Chinese folklore or Chinese stories, but the way this film plays out doesn't need you to be. But I feel like if you are someone that's really into Chinese culture, then you'll probably get a kick out of this movie. Deep Sea is just this beautiful piece of cinema that deserves to be seen by as many people as possible in a year that has been a banger for animated movies. And I have said in a recent review of Wish that I don't think we're actually going to see a Disney film in the Oscars race this year. When I come to thinking like who I'd put in them slots, this is a movie that I would put straight in there. And I have no hesitation or shame in saying that. Deep Sea is a movie that deserves to be seen. So keep your eyes peeled for this one. If it shows up on streaming, if it gets a limited release in your country, give it a chance. I won't promise you'll love it, but I promise it is an adventure that you will not soon forget. Before I get into my grade, if you do like what you're seeing on the channel, do consider clicking that like button and subscribing for more video reviews coming like this all the time. But without further ado, let's grade this movie. So Deep Sea is a movie that I feel like hasn't been given the love and attention it deserves from any side of the industry. But this film is easily one of the most gorgeous films I have ever seen. Whilst the uncanny valley and the 3D animation can be a little bit jarring at times, like it is an assault of color to your eyes, it takes a while to adapt to that. Whilst the emotional beats hit strong as well, I will say that you do have to make a jump when it comes to a couple of certain characters, but just the amount of love and dedication in this, and the fact that it has all been done digitally by hand. The art style is very reminiscent of Chinese watercolor paintings. This film is just the full package and is one that I will very easily see on the top half of my list for this year. I'm going to have to say that for me, Deep Sea is a great cup of tea. So Deep Sea, if you've stumbled across the video and have seen it, do let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Again, you like what you're seeing on the channel? Like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff, hitting that bell notification. Coming up on the channel, I will get to the new Ghibli movie, as well as a couple of other films that I saw at the festival as well. So do stick around for those. But until next time, my name has been Josh, the Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.